Leading edge right here, this Boeing segment right pushing close to Highway 43 in central sections of Franklin County. That's going to head right through Phil Campbell, so you expect wind gusts upwards of 60-70 miles per hour with that. So just like we said with the Limestone County storm, you need to get into that safe place and get to the lowest level of the home, an interior room, something without windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside of the home as you can. Even though we have not seen a lot of strong rotation with these storms, they are still producing damaging wind gusts, and that can be just as devastating as a low-end tornado.
Well, thankfully not out personally in the elements, but yes, the 48 First Alert Storm Tracker certainly is. We have been driving, we were around Decatur, we drove the Beltline and then Highway 20 back into town. Didn't see any major issues.
Whenever we start talking about the Arctic cold coming here into the valley, and we are talking about temperatures cooler than that 27 there, I like to play a little game called It Could Be Worse. Check this out farther to the north into Montana and North Dakota. These are straight air temperatures. You see the deeper blues here just south of Waynesboro, so right along Highway 64. That's where the steadiest snow would be in our area. So it'll be along 64 here into Middle Tennessee, Fayetteville, Pulaski. That's where we're looking at some travel issues starting to develop here over the next few hours. But as far as things go for Florence and especially southward, I wouldn't expect any major problem. Right now, not seeing any indications of strong rotation, just very strong winds. Where you're seeing those blue colors, that would represent winds that are in excess of 60 miles per hour. So that would be our severe wind gusts right here along the leading edge of that cell getting into Limestone County. So this will be just on the north side of Athens. So Elkmont and Ardmore down the line here, that's where we're looking at the most powerful part of that cell moving through. We continue our first alert weather day for a round of potentially strong to severe storms that will arrive late tonight. Now, I don't expect a severe weather outbreak, but isolated storms could be intense enough to produce wind gusts 55, 60 miles per hour, creating some damage, and those stronger storms could also contain quarter size or hail a little larger than that. So we'll pick things up here around 10, 11 o'clock, and that's when we'll start to see that line approaching from the south. So it will be moving through Marion and Winston counties first and getting into southern sections of Franklin and Lawrence counties here by 10 to 11 o'clock, and everything spreads to the north pretty quickly. So I'm not really drawing a timeline here just because you'd only be looking at a difference of an hour or two, and if the timing of this shifts, that could again just lead to a delay of an hour or things get in an hour sooner. But at this point, I would expect those storms to be approaching our Highway 72 corridor sometime between midnight, 1 a.m., and then we'll watch everything lift into northeastern Alabama and on into Middle Tennessee here by midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Heaviest rainfall should occur over northeastern Alabama, so it's parts of Jackson, Marshall, and DeKalb counties where we could see upwards of 2 inches of rainfall, leading to some localized flash flooding early on Sunday morning. But just as fast as everything moves in, it shifts on out, and by 3 to 4 o'clock, we will be done with our severe threat, but we're not done with the rain. We're going to see periodic rain showers continuing on into Sunday, so you notice there by 10 o'clock, more rain set to move in. So here's what we're expecting. A majority of storms producing wind gusts just 35 to 45 miles per hour, at least in terms of where the stronger ones would be. But just in isolated instances, we could see storms a little stronger than that with winds closer to 60. And it's those stronger storms that will be capable of producing the quarter-size hail as well. But the higher threat for severe weather will remain off to our south and to our west. In fact, if those storms along the Gulf Coast get even more intense, it might be tough for us to even see any storms that would be producing winds upwards of 55, 60 miles per hour. Tornado threat also relatively low here in the valley. It's higher off to our west. Temperature right now 64 degrees at the International Airport. This is a breakdown of our forecast on our free weather app. A great way to stay informed as these storms start moving in. I'll be sending a push alert out here after our 6 o'clock news with my latest thoughts, and if we have to, we will stream live coverage into that app later on tonight if the storms do intensify as they start to roll on into the valley. Right now 61 degrees Scottsboro. It is 65 Decatur, 63 in Florence, so low 60s into mid 60s. It's quiet on our million-watt first alert Doppler for the time being, but the clouds starting to roll back in. And we're already beginning to see those storms pop up along the Gulf Coast, so along I-10 here for New Orleans. Those will lift into Mississippi, and we'll see additional storms forming up here over Louisiana and Arkansas, and those will be tracking into sections of Mississippi as well, and all of this is lifting our way. Now, that said, the highest threat for severe weather, in fact, the moderate risk, so if you put this on a 4 out of 5 scale, 4 out of 5 right here into sections of Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana. That's where the highest risk for severe weather will be. As those storms lift to the north, though, they could still maintain some intensity, and we could still see a few stronger storms here. But again, the threat is going to be higher off to our south and west. As this area of low pressure tracks overhead getting into Sunday and Monday. That will lead to additional rounds of rainfall, but I don't expect that we have any severe weather on Sunday, but periodic rain and a few thunderstorms can be expected. Lingering rain and breezy on Monday, a northwest wind Monday afternoon, 20 to 25 miles per hour for gusts. So, yeah, strong winds possible Monday, staying cooler. Highs limited to the low 50s Monday, upper 50s on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies, and we could see our next round of rain coming in as we head on into your Wednesday, Thursday time frame. Just a quick breakdown of those periodic showers on Sunday. It won't be raining all day long, but there will be areas of steady rain throughout the day. But by Monday morning, we should see that starting to wrap up, and then the showers taper off by Monday afternoon. But it will be breezy on Monday. Temperatures cooler with that stronger northwest wind. Monday's high staying in the low to mid 50s. Plenty of sunshine for you on Tuesday, upper 50s for a high. Slight chance for rain Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll follow that system up with a more significant cool down. In fact, temperatures could be getting below average for the first time in about a month or so, with highs limited to the 40s next weekend.
Now, is this typically the time where we see those changing temperatures causing those thunderstorms and severe weather?
Usually it would be a little bit later, towards March is when we would
That's what I
start to see the
thought,
transition.
yeah.
But given how this winter has gone, we really haven't seen much of a winter in terms of just long-lasting cold. We've had a few cold snaps, but that's been it. So it's been a very abnormal winter, to say the least.
All right. Thanks so much, David.
Well, just in case you're wondering, there's no snow in our future, but we do have some rain and more cold to talk about. But our weather to start this week is going to be relatively mild, with temperatures not similar to what we had this afternoon. So rain becoming more likely after midnight, isolated showers possible up until then. Most likely time for that rainfall going to be between about 3 and 6 a.m. And then we'll start to watch those showers trend down and fade away, diminish as we start working our way towards the lunch hour on Monday. So morning rain likely. As it stands, looks like the heaviest rain gets out just in time for the morning commute, although we may still see some of those steadier showers sticking over sections of Sand Mountain and Lookout Mountain. Isolated showers still possible on Tuesday, but the rain lighter and less widespread than what we will see overnight tonight into Monday morning. By Wednesday, the clouds continue, but another push of cold air starts to move in. Winds will pick up out of the north Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. And as skies clear out, that drives those temperatures down once again. Bitter cold on Thursday. We're talking about lows back below freezing and highs likely to stay around 40 degrees, maybe even some areas in the 30s, staying for a high in the 30s once again coming up on Thursday. Some more Arctic air set to move in. Right now we're at 55 degrees, partly cloudy skies here in Huntsville, and those clouds will continue to increase through the nighttime hours. And what that should do is keep our temperatures relatively mild. So low 50s to mid 50s overnight. Once we get past midnight, rain showers do become more likely, and then we would continue with that rain ongoing as we go through your Monday morning. Right now, a few light showers into northern Lawrence County in Tennessee. We are showing a little activity here around Florence, and if you're seeing that, let me know on Facebook, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point if that is evaporating before it has a chance to hit the ground. We still have a lot of dry air overhead, and this system is just getting started. We'll see southerly winds continue tonight, leading to more moisture rolling into the area. But as it stands now, the heaviest, steadiest rainfall still to our north in the Ohio River Valley. Steadier snowfall right now around Chicago into Milwaukee and then over the Great Lakes. No snow for us. The cold air with this particular system does stay to our north, so we'll see more rain start to form up along this cold front. But that's all that we're going to be dealing with on your Monday morning is rainfall. Now, as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, this front will stall out likely just to our south, and we'll see a series of little disturbances right along that, which will keep the clouds in place and give us additional rain chances on Tuesday and Wednesday before that cold air gets in and dries things out. So again, we'll continue tonight with increasing cloud cover, temperatures upper 40s, lower 50s. The low likely to occur 10 p.m. to midnight-ish, and then we see those temperatures start to rise as we head into Monday morning. Steady rainfall ongoing here with mid-50s at 4 in the morning. As we get closer to 5, 6 o'clock, we should see the heaviest rain starting to shift into central Alabama and pushing on into Georgia. So likely that there are still going to be some rain showers hanging around for the morning drive, but it looks like it is going to be a little bit lighter and a little more isolated in nature than if the system were coming in just a couple of hours later. By the lunch hour and into the early afternoon, temperatures getting into the upper 50s. We'll see a lot of that cloud cover hang around, but a few breaks in those clouds are possible as we head into Monday evening. That will allow temperatures to slip into the low to mid 40s, but the clouds fill back in overnight, and we'll see those temperatures start to rise again as we head into Tuesday morning. Look for mostly cloudy skies on Tuesday, and again, we could see a few light rain showers around. Now, in terms of how much rain you can expect with this system, it's certainly not going to be a drought buster, but we'll take what we can get. So the rain starts up after midnight tonight, and likely that we do see around a quarter to a half an inch of rain across the area by 6 to 8 o'clock Monday morning. Heading towards the lunch hour, those rain showers start to wrap up. So it looks like it'll be around a half an inch is about what most of you see. There will be some locally higher and lower amounts, but still a solid rainmaker coming in, and it definitely will help aid in alleviating that drought. But check out the cold coming in by Wednesday into Thursday. Low 50s for your high Wednesday, so still somewhat mild then with an isolated rain shower possible, but with that north wind Wednesday night, as skies clear, temperatures start to dip into the 20s. Highs barely making it back to 40 degrees on Thursday afternoon, but that cool down is short-lived. Our next weather maker brings warmer temperatures in store for the weekend, so by Saturday, highs right back to around 60.
All right, thanks so much, David.